I'ma leave. Nah, bro, I'ma leave.
Reporting today, an out-of-towner was inside of Los Angeles. Yes, Southwestern, at King Park. King Park named after Martin Luther King Jr., but this park is everything but non-violent.
Those couple days in that week I'm talking about, it was type 1. I'm like, well, that's what's up. What's up, man?
Let's keep it real. Anywhere you at in California, anywhere around the world, but yeah, LA, man, you gotta know where you at, know what's going on. And unfortunately today he didn't, but he found out the hard way. I mean, it didn't go too crazy, but you know, this is how it goes.
How you doing, man? Nah, I was just saying what's up. How you doing?
Bro, you don't do that. You don't gangbang or nothing.
Nah.
And the crazy part is, as he's chilling at King Park, and this park is operated and known and occupied by the Harlem 30 Cribs.
You don't do that. You don't pull up in nobody park, all that shit. Nigga, we gangbangers. My whole crib, bro.
Nah, I'm
so,
sorry.
Nigga, I'm just saying though, bro. You don't. And then you talking about what's up, like, look, bro. You might be the police now.
Understood.
Out in Los Angeles, this is a park that they occupy, and while he's there doing his thing, I think he's getting some things together to do what he do. You see what I'm saying? Some people walk by, you hear one person, and you know the out-of-towner, he's just like, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, what's up? What's up?
How you doing, man? Nah, I was just saying what's up. How you doing?
You know, but if you know, you know.
Bro, you don't do that. You don't gangbang or nothing.
Nah.
That's kind of like a greeting universally, but here that's like a greeting to like, hey, you know, in this area, hey, what's going on with you? That's kind of like, you know, I know it's kind of different maybe if you're not coming from this, but basically that's going to bring problems, especially if you're in an area that's, you know, a territory. Let's be honest, man, a street territory. So yeah, this is definitely a street territory. So while he's saying what's up, yes, in California, locally, and wherever you are, this is a commonly known thing that might be an invitation for someone to come bring an issue or to see, we call it check your temperature. Basically press you, you know, see what's going on. Especially in gang areas, it's more like a gang thing. But yeah, in gang areas, the same as any other area. And I know the out-of-towner, he kind of mentioned like, if I was white, this wouldn't have happened. And you might be right.
You see, that'd be the problem for real. Like, it's a white person that just pulled up. Niggas would have never pressed that white person. But me, you had to see, you had to keep looking at me. You had to come pull up. You don't just come pull up in nobody heard. Nigga, there's a library in this fucking shit. It says public library.
But then again, you might be wrong, man. Like, you know, I mean, I hear that a lot, but you don't know, man. Because the guy, obviously, he's seen, like, man, you kind of look clean cut. You don't look like you're out here involved in the street activity, right? So he's like, yeah, now you give me a cop vibe. And I understand it is like, you know, an ignorant thing, but being in these areas and dealing with what they have to deal with, you kind of got to put your feet in their shoes and like, you know, like, okay, maybe, you know, a lot of times it maybe is some unwanted attention in these cars, you know, and I wasn't alert and I wasn't proactive. Just speculating, right? Or maybe it was like a cop, because he did say like, hey, man, so you don't bang, which is like, hey, where you from? Where area is you from? And even if you don't bang, you know, certain areas, that can also be a form of like, hey, I live over here and on this street and that street. If that's a gang territory, they're going to assume, and that's just a sidebar. But yeah, you don't bang, you're not from any gang because you're in gang territory, you're in their territory. He said, nah, he's being cool, which is understandable, and he did the right thing.
I don't roll my blunt and get the fuck out of this block, cause
Let's be honest. But he's like, no, I don't do none of that. He's okay. So you don't bang. You keep kind of checking him out, checking in his car. Very, very disrespectful. Let's be honest. This is how it goes. And he's like, well, now you give me a cop vibe, which is, yeah, this is usually how it's going to go. Maybe if you white as well. Maybe if you're Latino, I don't know. You know, I'm not there. But, you know, but you got to understand it both ways. And I understand him as well, out of town or here. Probably just wanted to check out a park. He clearly didn't know where he was.
yeah. Let me get up out this neighborhood. I'm in a hood where I don't know where I'm at. I'm all thinking I'm cool. I mean, I'm cool. But, look.
And that's how the situation was just unfolding. And it's unfortunate, but it's just the circumstances of certain areas that you got to understand. So while you out here, be safe, understand where you at, understand how to go about it. And I'm pretty sure if I was to head to another area, maybe another country or anything of that nature, I'm pretty sure some type of rules to understand. Like, you know, I really need to understand what's going on, where I am, and how to be proactive in any situation and how to move around appropriately. But at this situation, not moving around appropriately. I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's just the truth. That's why know where you at, get in touch with somebody, you know, maybe locally, and this goes anywhere. And it's just how it goes, you know. And I know he really felt uncomfortable. He did not like the situation. He did not like the feeling of being pressed. You are in a hood, a rural area, an area of high crime. So just understand that as well. Don't take it too much as a jab or something personal. Because to be honest, these situations go way worse. I'm just going to put it right there. Like, you know, just be careful. Understand what you're doing. Yeah, he was very uncomfortable and did not agree with everything that was going on in the moment. That's crazy, but like,
And then you can't even see, bro. I'm chilling. I'm all like, what's up? Cause he in my goddamn face, you know? He talking about something, you don't say what's up. I don't know what's up with niggas, but you don't just stare a nigga in their face and don't say shit. Talking about I might be police. Police is crazy.
he said a white person even pulled up around the same time he did arrive. And let's just start off the back. That is crazy. I mean, it happens all the time. I don't know if everybody else see it, but I know a lot of people do see this, and I have seen this a lot. But it's crazy. Like, that is true. A lot of the times we are going to be aimed at, and it's like self-hate. You know, it's not cool. You know, the circumstances. I don't know the deep in and outs of anything that any of these people got going on, especially at this moment right now. But wrong is wrong, and it's just the truth. And however that needs to change, it just needs to change. Because I do understand that, and I do respect that. He's seen somebody pull up, and it's like, yeah, obviously they did not get the same reaction and attention, and that's what he was mentioning. And also, as well, just because somebody's wearing like green or maybe even pink, purple, yellow, off color anywhere, you might even see a lot of people wearing red in, like, you know, a Crip neighborhood, or blue in a Bloods neighborhood. And that's just, you know, that kind of stigma is still a big thing, but it's like it's not what you would think or what you would seem. So don't be thrown off by a color, or just think like, hey, maybe it's not that, because I don't see a lot of these colors that I'm used to identifying with something of that nature. Don't think that at all. You know, just completely understand where you are. Maybe, you know, ask, I don't know, a local store or so, just anything. Just, you know, just get a better understanding, do some research on where you are and what you're doing and what you're intending. But on top of that, I don't think, you know, man, it should be like a hate LA thing. Hey, LA's corny now, or LA guys are corny. You know.
LA niggas are so corny, bro. Then this nigga rocking green. How I'm supposed to... Ugh, bruh. Niggas be too angry for me, bro. He just threw my energy off a little bit.
You know, a lot of people like to put more people in the box who don't fit, and you know, they're of a different fabric. You know, that has nothing to do with LA. That has nothing to do with the next area. That has nothing to do with anybody but the person you're dealing with. Or maybe if it was multiple people there, that's what that situation is. Even in that area and the neighborhood, the terror who feel like they, you know, own the territory, or, you know, like that's not really the way that I feel like, you know, you have enough information to put that out there or even say that. And it's like, you know, people are not going to take that as well. I don't know if you're a local now. I don't know, you know, but this is just my advice, you know, being from somebody that, you know, is very familiar. But other than that, it's like, yeah, you know, all the slander and hate, I wouldn't advise that to nobody. You know, if y'all need like a tour guide or something like that, or some type of information, or really anything, and that's just honesty, health tips and things like that, we get into that a little bit later. But yeah, especially like in, you know, the California area, I'm definitely going to keep you updated on a lot of things going on in the area, how it goes on, and, you know, from my intake and my inside connects, you know. But other than that, you know, we're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep rocking and keep rocking.
Nah, I will. I sure will. Sheesh.